Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Less Known Classics. This is episode number 2189 and episode number 2083. I have two Marvel Epic collections. First up we have is New Mutants Volume 2, Demon Bear Saga, which collect issues 13, 31, and the first annual. Now, these following characters appear in these issues for the first time. Doug Ramsey, Warlock, Magma joins the team in these issues, and I believe these issues were also was the yes, we also have the debut of Legion, Charles Xavier's son. Yep, he makes debut in these issues. We also see the debut of the Demon Bear, which that becomes a story because it takes issues 1821. Excuse me. Now, the first three issues, aside from the fact we have a debut of Doug Ramsey, which, of course, he actually, later for the review of Mutant, he does join up with them. We also see the debut of Warlock, who was basically part of the group until issue 95. Yep. We see him join with the group. And also the fact that Ileana Rasputin joins the Mutants this period of time. Yep. Get a lot of really good development for any mutants in here. And here's such number one. Now, Chris Claremont does all the writing here. But here's the thing. The artwork is most known by Sal Buscema, Bill Sienkiewicz, and Bob McLeod. Yep. And by the way, the annual that comes after issue 21. Yes, it seems like you start out with Sal Buscema with this really good artwork. Yep. This lasts for a good period of time until you get to... Now, Bill Sienkiewicz does all the covers in this book, which his covers are gorgeous. I love his covers. Not the biggest fan of his interiors. I think his run as the interior artist, so issue 18, it goes pretty much the rest of his run. So, anyways. Now, Magma, we get a lot of development for her in here. Her basically used the team, because she's from New Roma, which is, fun fact, all same place as Celine made her, basically, where she first showed up. Yes. Well, actually, she made debut in the previous set of issues, but yeah. But this particular book is just really good. It continues the development of the characters. Ileana gets an armor, which he still has this very day. But it's more like these books come of age, and finally they resolve a plot thread basically for characters missing since issue 6. When Karma returns and she's chubby, but she ends up basically in many ways. But these issues are really good. Also, we see the debut of the Hellions, the original version of the Hellions, not the trainee team from the X-Men Academy in the 2000s. This is the original group. This book is just classic. Give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Yep. Next up we have is Avengers Epic Collection Volume 19. Acts of Vengeance. This book collects issues 304 to 318, the 18th annual, along with Avengers West Coast, start 53 55. Now, later part of this book is all Acts of Vengeance, but I've covered this stuff already. Now, excuse me, the issues are the following: Danny Figueroa, John Byrne, Michael Higgins, Fabian Caesar, Mark Greenwald, and Peter Sargent. John Byrne also is the working here as well with Rich Buckler, Paul Ryan, Ron Wilson, I met him, that really nice guy. Mark Bagley, Kevin McGuire, met him too. Karen Darren, Lee Weeks, Mark Bright, and Tom Morgan. So basically we have the first issue where they take on the UFOs and Puma. Also this period of time where after he takes care of Puma, we kind of have this thing where after they defeat the UFOs, Captain 305 makes a drastic decision. Basically, he kind of, in a way, not exactly merged the teams per se, just put a lot of characters on standby just in case. All the members, people remember the Avengers. Yep. a lot of them do accept, and of course Quasar, of course, also joins the Avengers this period of time as a provisional member. And there's stuff with Namor, and of course they also fight the Lobmen too. Yes, they're basically like a 3-parter. Start 305, I think it wraps up with 308, I think it was. Yes. But this leads us up with Gilgamesh and the Eternals, which is really fun here. By the way, we also see stuff with the Great Lake Avengers. Now, by the way, this book covers the period of time of June 1989 to June 1990. Yep. We have stuff here with Odin. Also, we deal with stuff also here related to Olympus going missing, and of course, apparently end up in a negative zone. So the Avengers has about Battlestar from Fantastic Four. Yep. And then, of course, we go over to the Avengers Annual, and number 18, which deals with Atlantis attack stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, basically 4 stories. There's 2 different stories. You have the main story, which is Saga Serpent Crown, which is basically the backup story. That's the other feed story in here. Also, Atlantis attacks. Atlantis attacks is basically Pluto taking all the women. This is kind of a wrap up for this one. It's a really fun annual. Awesome profile stuff in here. And immediately afterwards, we go straight to the Alex Adventure stuff, which I have covered already. And during the course of this classic storyline, the Avengers Island, which have been base operations for a while at this point, gets destroyed during Alex Adventures. By who? Doctor Doom. He sinks the island. And the Avengers Force were back to Avengers Park. Actually, Avengers Mansion, but this book, classic. Love it. Give this book a 10 out of 10. It's excellent. Oh, and by the way, in a future Comic Corner, I will be reviewing Volume 20, which basically that will happen. Basically, will cover at that point. Once I review that one, will be 304 to 366. Yep, but I'm basically almost entire. I think I'm pretty much finished up with 1990 mostly. Yeah, but I will continue reviewing Vintage Epic Collections because I love reading these things. They're so fun. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly a particular view, and that's the video tonight. So tomorrow, I expect to see probably 2 or 3 videos tomorrow. I probably will hopefully get through pretty much another Doctor Who story, which will be the Monster Paladin. So expect to see a Doctor Who review, a Comic Corner, and maybe one more Doctor Who. Maybe that's a maybe in that part. But next 2 stories are 6-parters. So, do this tomorrow. Bye.